So let's have another quick discussion on working with your watcher from a Tulpamancy approach.
Necronomicon is coming.
So I'm back with my computer working again, and this would be the first video that I've made on my computer since getting the hard drive fixed up twice. So yeah, this will be fun. I think it's my first one. I'm not sure. Anyway, so the one of the last videos that I put up, if I check my playlist things, was working with your watcher, a Tulpamancy approach, where I talked about the the idea of working with your watcher to help you by introducing it through the idea of tulpamancy, where you differentiate yourself, that section of your subconscious, as a separate being, and you discuss things with it that way, and it becomes a partner in helping you not only with your magic but also your personal life. So we'll talk about step 2 with that. Refer to my last one if this is the first one on the Watcher and Tulpamancy that you've seen. And questions, comments, complaints, concerns, issues, drop them in the comments. Email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com. Anyway, this video specifically is going to be on defining personalities, meaning defining your personality and defining your watcher's personality. So as you begin to work with the watcher after the preliminary invocation, and you continue to do monthly, at least monthly offerings and invocations of the watcher, they're supposed to be on full moons. You could do them nightly if you want. The more that you work with your watcher, the better the relationship is going to be, and the more consistent that you are working with the watcher, the stronger that relationship is going to be. So, when you are in meditation with your watcher after invoking it, and you are feeling its presence, let me give you a little bit of an exercise here. Start to kind of, write yourself a list on a piece of paper with 2 columns. Your personality traits and your watcher's personality traits. And what I mean by this is really kind of flesh out who you are as a person and what you have strengths in and what you have difficulties with. So, are you a morning person? Are you a person that's on time? Are you a person that's organized? Are you a person that has anxiety over certain things? Are you a person who has bad eating habits? Every little bit of your personality possible. And as you start to flesh those things out, you can kind of get an idea of the things that you would need help with. Is it difficult for you to focus and meditate? Do you feel that you get distracted in ritual? Do you feel that you start to lose self-confidence in ritual? Do you find that when you are in that mental space that you get fearful? Do you find that when you're, at night, when it's dark out and you wake up in the middle of the night, you get a little spooked by every bump in the night? Any of those things. And then you'll start to get an idea of the things that you need help with, which will help you to define what you will be working with your watcher on, and how your watcher can help you. So, if you are not organized, make your watcher organized. Write it down. If you are not a morning person and you need to be, make your watcher an entity that helps you wake up in the morning. So, remember, I always think about writing things down because it makes it concrete and it gives you a record. So let's write everything down as we start to work with the Necronomicon and work with our watcher. I mean, I even have a separate book just for working with the watcher anyway. And funny that it was right here instead of upstairs. I know that's a running gag on my channel. Speaking of which, man, I'm almost at like 920 something subs now. Thanks, guys. And I keep getting emails from a lot of people. It's great to hear from all of you, so keep that coming. So, as you continue to work with your watcher and split up those personality traits, then that really helps you to define what you are and what they are. So when you are in meditation and you are asking your watcher for help with certain things, or in your day-to-day life you have that little voice in the back of your mind that I was talking about in my last watcher video, the Watcher Tulpamancy vid, where you'll get that random idea in the back of your head that like points out something that you wouldn't have normally thought of, or a helpful piece of advice that comes out of nowhere. That's your watcher. And the more that we define these things, the more that we can get them to help us with what we need. And all that they ask for in return is the time that we put in working with them, because it feeds them energy, and the offerings that we burn in the Agamas Saratu. So This is a pretty short one because it's short, simple, sweet, and easy, and I hope it made sense. I will probably make another one of these once I think of another topic on the Watcher and Tulpamancy. I think that the tackling the Watcher in this way helps to make it more of a fleshed out and more of a concrete and more of a helpful entity that not only helps us when we are in ritual, but when we are outside of our ritual space, because we're not just um, people that work with the Necronomicon or even regular pagans in general. The witch's hat, so to speak, is not something that we hang up and we leave somewhere and we only put it on when we're in ritual. We should walk with that intention and walk with that energy of constantly being aware of the spiritual world and being aware of our own self development 24/7, 365, or in case this year, 366, I think. Or maybe not. Do we have a February 29th this year? Nah, whatever. I'm rambling at this point. So I'm going to cut it here. Anyway, good hunting.